Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC and another edition of TNFNU. This is 85th, the 85th TNFNU. Wow. I am getting to 100. What is that? That's 15 away from 100. Wow. Pretty cool. I can't believe I've done it. 85 of these. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. But so I guess we'll talk about the one thing that everybody's talking about just to get it out of the way. And this weather has been crazy. And I wanted to sum all of that up with what is going on. Luckily, here in the Central Florida area where I am at, we didn't get what North Florida is getting, which is pretty stinking out of Twilight Zone or something. But we got our butt kicks down here too. And when you work outside all day and it's cold and it's wet, no, it's not ideal for me, especially I'm not used to that. So for you guys who live up north and you work outside and you got to work outside every year and this kind of stuff, I give it to you. My hat's off to you because I am done. It has been cold, it has been wet, and it has been absolutely miserable. I'm kind of depressed because I haven't seen the sun in like 4 days. It's been more than just maybe like an hour or two. So I think I need some sun. I need it to come back. Bring it back. Bring it back. But next week is supposed to be mild and sunny, and I am looking forward to getting back, especially after getting over the flu and then having to deal with that. It's not been fun. So anyway, I hope everybody's being safe. I hope you are all healthy and you're well taken care of and you have set yourself up. It's been crazy watching some of the footage that's been coming out of North Florida and the South with all the snow and things that's falling. And it's fun until it isn't. And I hope everybody's being safe and you're not having any negative ramifications for any of this weather that's been coming through. But I have been okay, just really getting my butt kicked at work. That is for sure. But I've had some help, and that has been pretty stinking awesome. So this week, not a whole lot went on. I have some updates for some of that, which actually, I guess I got to take that back. I got a lot done, actually, in a short amount of time, and we're going to talk about that during the updates. But other than that, there's not a lot really that's been happening. We'll talk about that in the updates that I'll be talking about. But the big thing coming up this weekend is the Gator Cutlery Knife Show. So this is a small knife show that happens here in Lakeland, Florida. I do not live in Lakeland, but it is about 45 minutes away from where I live. And it's a small knife show. A lot of just some dealers. It's not like big name brand companies are going to have a booth there. So it's just kind of like little small dealers, knife shops, a lot of collectors. So a lot of antique stuff, a lot of traditional folders, and some custom makers will be there as well. So I am really excited about going to the show. I've been going for the last 3 years, and I really have become friendly with the people that put the show on. The Gator Cutlery Club is, like I said, is based out of Lakeland, and I've been going to some of their meetings. I haven't been to one of their meetings in quite some time. It's just because I've been so busy with knives and everything else. It's been tough. But I'm hoping this year I can start going to more of those meetings because I do enjoy hanging out with those people and just talking knives. And there's some makers there that are very helpful to me with things that I'm working on, and they help me out quite a bit. Some mentors that have really been there for me when I need some help. And when I get frustrated, they're there to help push me along. And it's been very, very helpful. So I am looking forward to going to the show, and I'm going to try to get some footage for you guys of the show. But guess who's going to meet me there? Guess who's going to meet me there? I get to spend the day with Bryn. You guys met Bryn. When we did the reptile show together, and she picked out her gecko named Fry. I blanked on the name there for a second. So she has Fry, but she's going to be meeting me at the knife show, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Knives aren't really her thing, but she wants to come hang out with Dad. Lakeland's about halfway from where she lives, so we're going to meet halfway, and we're just going to go hang out and have some fun together. Why not? She's going to have to listen to me blah, blah, blah about knives and talk to some of my friends, but we're going to have another kind of special visitor come in as well. So hopefully Bryn and I will be able to hang out and have a good time at this show. I am really looking forward to it. It's the one show I usually attend a year. I would love to go to other shows, but it's a little bit too much of an expense for me. I'm not going to fly somewhere or drive several hours, get a hotel, spend 2 or 3 days going to a show where there's huge crowds and a lot of going on. I'm just over that kind of crowd. This is a smaller show. It costs me 45-minute drive and $5 to get in the door. It takes me a couple hours to walk the show. I get to see some cool stuff. Maybe I'll buy a thing or two, and I get to enjoy myself. And that's really what it's all about for me. As much as I would love to be part of something like Blade Show Atlanta or some of these other things that are going on, it would have to be the right deal to go to one of those shows for me. And it's just not something that I really foresee myself doing unless something comes up. And people have asked me, I should have a table. I've been invited to have a table at the Gator Cutlery show. And as much as I would love to be able to have a table at the show, me and somebody just had this conversation, or at Blade Show Atlanta, you should have a table at the show. You're going to get out there. You're going to get to see people and blah, 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 blah. But I think of it and I don't really need that. Already, every time I drop something on the Etsy store, they sell within hours to maybe a day or two. The biggest thing that sat there was some of the columns from October, but they sold. So when I throw package hatchets on the Etsy store and they sell in about 5 minutes, I don't know why I need to have a booth at a show where I have to sit all weekend and do that. As much as I would love to sit and hang out and talk to you guys and meet some of you in person, it would be an expense to me to do that. And I don't think I would make my money back at the end of the day. As it is right now, with the pass around knives that have gone out, which we're going to talk about here in a second, already, even though, Casey got the Rockhopper XL, and already I've gotten 2 requests for a Rockhopper XL, or 2 people have reached out to me through Etsy and were like, hey, how do I get one of your knives? So already it's started, and it's only been a couple days, really. So the word is out, and me going to a show is not going to help me any more than this channel has, and you guys in the community who have said great and wonderful things about my work. That is the biggest thing that I can't thank you guys enough, because you guys say wonderful things about my knives, and then people jump on that, and I don't have any issues with people not wanting one of my blades, put it that way. So me going to a show, although it would be fun, I would rather go as a spectator and to be able to walk the show than to have a table where I'm kind of stuck at that table and maybe sell some knives. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. I'm looking forward to this show. It's going to be fun. And if something opens up for Blade Show Atlanta or something else, then I'm more than willing to talk about doing it, but it would have to be the right deal, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm blabbering. The updates. So I just said I finished the Rockhopper XL, and as I'm filming this right now, Casey has that, and he has been enjoying that, and I'm glad he is enjoying that. The Cardinal XL and the Bloomcliff was also sent out, and that person has it, and I don't know if they have posted anything as of me filming this video. That person has not posted anything, but they will soon, I'm sure. But the Cardinal XL and the Bloomcliff and the Rockhopper XL are all out for the pass around. Now the Rockhopper you're not going to see on too many channels. I only have about 4 channels that one's going to be going to, and then it will probably go to its owner. I have somebody who is extremely interested in it and will probably end up going to that person, which is perfectly fine with me. The Cardinal XL and the Bloomcliff. If you guys don't know, the Cardinal XL is owned by Gareth out of South Africa. Our buddy Gareth, he owns that knife, and he basically was like, I want you to build this knife, and I want it to be in a pass around, and I want to help channels, and I want to spread the word about AriesEDC and all these great, wonderful things. And he's been reaching out to channels and been like, hey, you want to see my knife? You guys check out my knife, check out AriesEDC's work, blah, blah, blah. So we put together this pass around. And it is a very, very long list of people that are hopefully going to check out the Cardinal XL and the Bloomcliff. Thus, he does so many, Gareth that is, does so many wonderful things for the community. That's why DSKFS, somebody in the community, a couple people in the community reached out to Gareth, to me, and went ahead and took care of payment for that knife. So they gifted Gareth an AriesEDC knife, and which is the Cardinal XL, which hopefully you guys will start seeing pop up on some channels here in the near future. So just subscribe to your favorite channels, keep in touch, and you're going to be seeing that popping up very, very soon. So those two are going. The Hawk and the Spike. I know we've forgotten about the Hawk and the Spike. They were sent out for heat treat. And the good news is they're on their way back. So as I'm filming this, they were scheduled to be delivered the day that this video comes out, but they have been delayed. So I don't know when I'm going to be getting those now, and I'm assuming it's just because of the weather. But the Hawk and the Spike are on their way back. So fingers crossed I get them back soon so I can start working on those. In the meantime, I started the stainless blooms. February is the month of the bloom, and I'm hoping that it's going to be the month of the bloom in more ways than one, I hope. But so I have the blooms. Actually, you know what? I should probably share this one. The blooms. This is my bloom. This is the pass around bloom from a year ago. A year ago, I made this knife, and this went to the pass around group, and I now have it back, and this is my bloom. So I'm going to be making 6 of these. 3 of them are in AEB-L, and those were finished and sent to heat treat. So they're off to heat treat. They went off to heat treat this week. So they're on their way to Peter's. Peters should probably get them tomorrow or Saturday, which that's fine. I'm not in a hurry for those to come back, but it would be nice before the end of February because these are going to be the February builds. And if you watched the video I shared just recently, uh, I showed you guys the handle materials and everything that's going to be on those. But I have the 380 CRV2 blooms here still that I need to start working on. I needed to get the edges started, drill the holes out a little bit, and clean them up. And I got to do everything. They're at this point, and I'm hoping that I can get these started. It is, as I'm filming this, almost the end of January, so I still have time in January. So I'm getting a head start on February, so I can get the blooms all done for you guys by the end of February. So that's going to be 3 in 80 CRV2, 3 in AEB-L, and they're all going to be hitting the Etsy store by the end of February. So I hope you guys are ready for that drop. The jute micarta that is going to be on those is going to look really good. So if you know what the bloom cliff looked like with the brown jute micarta, the other ones are going to have all the other different colors in that jute micarta. I did share that in a previous video I released this week about the blooms getting started. So very, very cool with that. So as far as AriesEDC updates for my stuff, the blooms are all in the work, and I'm just kind of waiting for the hawk and the spike to get back so I can get those cleaned up and get the handles done on those two. The plan for those two is, I don't know. I know there's 1 or 2 people that would like to see the spike, so I might send the spike out. The hawk, I want to finish it. I want to see what it looks like. And I know I have a buyer for that, and without them even really knowing what it's going to look like. Or actually, I think that person was like, no, I want some different handle materials. So they're going to want another one. But I got to finish this one first. Anyway, what am I talking about? But the hawk and the spike, I'm looking forward to getting back so I can get them going. On the review side, I have a bunch of knives that came in for knife reviews. So I joined the pass around group quite some time ago, I guess around November. And I've been signing up for stuff, and those knives are finally starting to roll into here, the shop, so I could start doing reviews. I recently did the review on the Orbital Knives Callisto, which was awesome. I also got some Monster knives in for review. I have a Glideman, which I've already done a review on the Monster Glideman because Monster themselves were nice enough to send me a Glideman to check out, which was pretty stinking awesome. And I am an affiliate for Monster, so if you're interested in any of their knives, check out the link in the description of this video, and you can save yourself 10% with the code hashtag or the code AriesEDC. But I also got the Urban Grip in, and this thing is really stinking cool. Check that out. Really, really impressive. Front flipper only, frame lock. That front flipper does really stick out. So you can see how that front flipper really sticks out, which really gets you your thumb. And with that nice long blade, it is easy to deploy, but it is a front flipper only. There's no thumb studs, there's no hole, there's nothing there. But it's just that big old front flipper, which is actually pretty good. And I'm not much of a front flipper guy, but that thing looks pretty stinking cool. Love the profile of it. Nice slim profile. Really, really nice. And just recently, I got a bunch of these in. These are the Concept Vivids in the really, really cool. So at the time these were sent out in the pass around, they were basically prototypes, I believe, and now they have come out. On the Concept website, this model isn't even available with the blue camo carbon. Not even available. These are bar locks, and they are pretty stinking cool. This one is available with this color camo carbon on the website. So check out concept.com, or I believe it's Concept Knives. But man, these things are really, really nice. And the action is pretty cool. I got 3 of them in. This is the Damascus pattern, which Concept does a really, really nice Damascus pattern. Looks really, really nice. And that nice kind of raindrop carbon fiber is really, really good. So nice full grip, nice choke up position on these guys. So I've been enjoying hanging out with these, and I prepare to get some more pocket time with these guys so I can do some really good reviews on these knives. I've been enjoying the reviews and enjoying that as well. Also I got these. These are the CJ, and I say these because I have 2 versions. The CJRB version. And I now know that they are the version, but here's something that's pretty cool. As these were started passing around, you could see they say proto on them, because these at the time were prototypes. So they didn't have a name at that point because it was just a prototype, and now they have a name called the version. So button lock, nice small button lock, front flipper, but these guys have the nice hole, and oof. And this is the kind of the version that they have out in different colors. It's the aluminum with the G10. In my unboxing, I had the other version, which is this blue version. And the blue version, this is all steel. And it was much heavier, but they didn't go with that as far as the release. All of them are aluminum. So you have 2 options. You can do the aluminum with the nice blue, or I think there's the green aluminum with black G10 and a black blade, I think is what they have on their website. Nice choke up position, small little blade. This is kind of like right up my alley. I love the nice big 4-finger. It's a 4-finger, but a nice tiny little blade. So it could be a 5th pocket, maybe knife. It's a little big for a 5th pocket, but a nice 5th pocket. But man, I've been fidgeting with these guys, and they are just really, really good. Really no issues with them. And they're really fun. CJRB is killing it with their little button locks and all the different things that they are coming out. But yeah, these guys are really, really good. Really enjoying the version. And if depending on the show, if I don't pick anything up on the show, I might be getting one of these. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to all of those things, looking forward to the show, looking forward to hanging out with my kid and sharing some of that information and that content with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and are looking forward to February blooms and maybe that hawk and spike and seeing what comes of that. Should be pretty stinking cool. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. Again, the choice is always yours.